Hello, besties. I should do an introduction because I literally always forget. Hi, I'm CK Jensen. I write books, I read books. My second novel is out. Let's see, I have a copy right here. Witch's Blood. It just came out in June, or the beginning of June. So, yeah. Anyways, that's all you need to know about me. Today, we are doing a bookshelf organization / TBR list building. This is somewhat inspired by Taylor and Wright's video where she did the summer TBR. Maisie's going to try and jump. She's trying really hard. Okay. Good enough. I was so worried she was going to knock the camera over because she does that. So I'm going to go through my bookshelf. Don't do it, Maisie. Anyways, we're going to organize my bookshelf because I'm also moving in a couple of weeks. And I have a lot of books I want to read before I move, so I know if I have to take them with me or not. Because if I haven't read them, obviously I have to take them with me. But if I read them and they're not like absolute favorites, then I can get away with not taking them. But yeah, so we are going to go through my books, then make a TBR list for the next 3 weeks before I move. Because I have just about 3 weeks before I move. And the more I read, the better. And honestly, if I want them to be good, but I don't want them to be so good that I want to keep them. Because I'm trying to have a shelf that only sparks joy, or that it's full of reference books. I actually have another small shelf over that way about my writing craft books, and those are all pretty good, all the ones I've read at least. And I'm just Maisie, your head is going to be in the way. Thank you. I think you're still in the way, Maisie. Maisie, come here. But we're going to go through. I also have a lot of website stock right here. So if you want to order signed copies of my books on my website, you can do that now at ckjensenauthor.com. I think this is the last website copy of Witch's Blood, but I'll put more up because I do have more copies of Witch's Blood. Then I also have a couple copies of Queen of Hearts, which might actually be gone next week because I think I'll take them to the farmer's market and try to sell them there. Hey, Maisie. Hey. Sorry about that. My cat is a menace. I love her, though. Yeah, we're going to go to the bookshelf. We're going to sort out books I can, take off. Because, obviously, I have too many books right now. And then I have, knickknacks on the top shelf. And this is my closet. So, I don't know. I live in a small apartment. This is just probably a view you've never really seen before, I'm realizing. And I'm sitting on the floor because my bookshelf's on the floor. But, anyways, let's get sorting. I don't know how I want to do this. What's the best way to do this? I don't know. Also, shout out to my friend Cass. They're trying to fund your top surgery, and I think you should all go support them. They have a bunch of things they're offering, or you can just donate. But this is their book. Don't, yes, buy their book, but their book doesn't directly contribute to their top surgery. So, it's Pride Month. Go support the trans people in your life. Or in my life, if you don't have any trans people in your life. I'm in your life, and I'm trans. So, anyways, we're getting distracted. So the first thing I have on my shelf is my website packing stuff, which is things I need to pack my books to ship out. I think we are actually going to, listen, I know it's kind of evil to put them on the floor, but I think they're going on the floor. Just right here, because I have this nice little nook right here. And it'll be good. I think we're going to take everything off the shelf and then separate into what I've read and what I haven't read. And then we can kind of compare. So I have not read Vesuvius, but I do have 2 copies of it. So that only comes from one. And I think I will probably put this in a little free library maybe. Because I think Utah needs more queer books in their little free libraries. Vesuvius, we're definitely keeping my signed copy of Vesuvius with all my goodies in it. We're going to make literally a separate stack for my books. Because if you haven't heard, these are all my books. So this is my copy of Witch's Blood. I should sign it to myself. This is an Amazon copy of All Hail the Queen of Hearts, which is glossy, which I don't like as much. Then these are my poetry anthologies, The Space Between and Anthropocene Anxiety. They're all pretty good. I'm proud of them. There's the proof copy of Witch's Blood. There's a jar of knickknacks. More stationery. I have so much stuff, actually. People Who Meet on Vacation I've not read. This I've not read. This I have read. This is a book of fairy tales, which is kind of a reference book. I think I'm actually going to put it on my reference shelf. So I'm going to put that in that pile. Okay, what else? What else do we have here? These 2 are my books, so those go in that stack. I've read this one. Have I read Alice in Wonderland? Yes, obviously I've read Alice in Wonderland. Also, look at this little red and silver cover. I love it so much, actually. I think it's so cute. Maybe I'll go through and, I have this, library stamp book thing, and it stamps your book according to whatever is on the stamp, and it says, from the library of my name. Okay, so maybe I'll go through and snap my own copies I'm keeping with this. I've not read In Deeper Waters yet. I'm supposed to do it. I'm partway through it. I am like, this is just like a bookshelf tour. I'm so sorry. This is going to be so annoying if you hate bookshelf tours. If you like bookshelf tours and you like to see what I'm reading, then like this will be great. In Deeper Waters, I've started it, but I'm only like 2 chapters in. A Love Most Fatal by Kath Richards, I have not read yet, but I do know Kath. Kath is really cool. I have 2 Emily Henry books. I read both of these. I'm not gonna lie, I love Emily Henry. She's like my fave. I would love to be friends with her, actually. So Emily Henry, if you're watching this, hit me up, which you are obviously not. Okay, then the Sun Bear Trials by Aiden Thomas. I read their book Cemetery Boys, and I loved it. And this is also going to be really good. I feel it in my bones. His Face is the Sun, I have not read yet, but look at like the pretty sprayed edges. Oh my god. 2 more Emily Henry books. This one is signed. See, it's signed. Yay. I've read Under the Whispering Door and House in the Rolling Sea, but I've not read the sequel to it yet. So I'm going to put that right there. This is actually a book nook. I don't know how well you can see that, but like it lights up. What else do I have? This is actually the first copy of The Space Between, and it's on white paper instead of not white paper, but like it has doodles in it. The Orange I have read. This is some of my favorite poems in the entire world. Somewhere I have Devotions by Mary Oliver. I think it's on the floor over there, actually. I don't know exactly what it is. And also, did you guys see me put the like sticky tags right here? I don't know where these go. They were just stuck on my shelf. The bullet journal method. Actually, we're going to put the sticky notes in here because that seems like a good place for them because there's already sticky tabs in here. So then maybe that will hit me off. I've read Burnout. It's so good. I highly recommend it, especially for people who are raised as a woman. Regardless of whether you still identify as a woman, aim towards women who are experiencing burnout and people who are socialized as women and like how we're more likely to experience burnout. So good. The Black Crescent by my good friend DC Wynters. Truly a wonderful book. You should all check it out. This is another reference book, so it should go on my reference bookshelf, actually. This is DC Wynters' business card, so we're going to tuck that back in there. Keepers of the Zodiac is from an author I've met at a few events. I've not read this yet, and I feel bad because it's been on my shelf for so long. But I think I've not read almost all of these. I've read half of these. So Legends and Lattes, fantastic cozy fantasy. Role-playing, also really good cozy fantasy. Sorry, this is not a cozy fantasy. This is like a cozy romance. It's like D&D inspired. It's really good. Then Don't Want You Like a Best Friend and A Dash of Salt and Pepper are both romances. This one's like historical, like I think it's Victorian. 1857. Is that Victorian? I don't actually know. But yeah, so this one I'm really excited for. It's based off a Taylor Swift song, which you know it's going to be good. Like you don't know, but it has a high probability. Then A Dash of Salt and Pepper, which just looks really cute. It's like a queer chef romance, so I think it'll be really good. I'm feeling good about this. My stack of books to read is shorter than the stack of books I have read. So let's just... Hi, Maisie. We're going to show you the stacks of books, and then we're going to build my TBR order, and I have a fun tool that will help us later. Let me go put this away. Okay. These are the book stacks. As you can tell, this one is like 2 books higher than this one, but this one also has duplicate books. Like there's 2 of Vesuvius, and then His Face is the Sun is just is a chonker. And then there's my books, which are, you know, a quarter of the height, but that's fine. We'll get there. There's also multiple copies of my books, so... One day I'll have a bookshelf this tall. I believe in me. I like having my shelves in rainbow order. I'm not going to lie. But I think I'm going to put them in read versus unread right now. And we're going to start with my books. So we're actually doing by segments and then by rainbow order. There we go. Okay, then we have to do this. And this basically means because I stacked them from top to bottom, they're now in reverse order. That looks okay. Berry Pickers is going to go up next. Then, where do I want to put the orange? The orange was just kind of random, huh? We're going to put the orange up here next to the orange books, even though it's not technically orange. They're not all going to fit on 2 shelves. This is so sad. This is like a reference book, though, but it's not about writing. So it's not like a writing reference book, so it doesn't go on the writing reference shelf, obviously. But honestly, I think I'm going to put Burnout on the writing reference shelf. Like, it's not specifically about writing, but I think that's like where I feel the most burnout, I'm not going to lie, is in my writing life. So it's going to go over there. Then I'm like looking at this stack and I'm like, there's no way this stack fits right here. Right? Like there's no way. But this is also, I was going to stamp them because I put them back on. It's okay. I don't know what to do with all these. This feels like a lot, actually. Anyways, the secret tool that was going to help us later is this Reader Roulette deck from Pippi posts. A card deck to help you choose what you're going to read next. So okay. Here's what I'm actually going to do. We're going to go put these on my book reference shelf. Then we're going to come back and we're going to lay these out so I can see what they are instead of just having them in a massive stack. It'll be good. Okay, so let's count how many books I have in the stack. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I only have 11 books in my physical TBR, which is actually not that bad. Can I read 11 books in 21 days? Probably not. Whatever. We're just going to see what happens when I start shuffling these cards. Okay, but here's the thing. I know I want to read Vesuvius next. So we are going to put the order. Pick a card, any card. We're just going to go with the one on top, honestly. Choose a friends to lovers book. Ooh, I also don't know if I have... You know what? I bet this one is friends to lovers. So don't want you like a best friend. They have to be friends first. Yeah. So this one, choose friends to lovers book. This will be next after Vesuvius. Choose a book by an indie author. I actually have several up here. Maybe only 2, actually. Honestly, I'll do Keepers of the Zodiac a little bit because I'm probably going to keep the special edition of The Love Most Fatal. So honestly, I'm not too worried about packing that one. So we're going to do this one next. Next up, choose a book with flowers on the cover. Do I have any flowers? This one has flowers, which is perfect because I had to read this for book club. It's actually so fun, so cute. Read a book that matches the current season, so summer. What feels summery? Let's also condense this. This is the spare copy. I don't know what I'm going to do with that. This feels like, look, it's even orange like this. So this will be the next one. Choose a book with an animal on the cover. I don't think I have. Oh, a phoenix counts as an animal, right? And that also has that. That one's really chunky. I should read this one. So if I don't like it, I don't have to move the chunky book. What's next? Pick a book that everyone has read. It has to be Somewhere Beyond the Sea, right? I feel like everyone has read House on the Cerulean Sea, and this is a sequel. So we're going to do that one next. Pick the longest book on your TBR. Which one it's probably the Sunbearer Trials. This still here. Because these are all getting thinner and thinner. So we're down to a dash of salt and pepper, In Deeper Waters, and The Love Most Fatal. Choose an enemies to lovers book. Okay. I'm kind of sure all of them are enemies to lovers. I'm not going to lie. I think there's at least some element of enemies to lovers in all of them. So we're going to do this one because I've just been doing it for so long. Just so I can get out of the way. And then this is so cute, guys. I love this. This is actually really fun. I should do this more often. Pick your most recent purchase to me. I don't remember which one of these I got most recently. They've been on my shelf for a while. Read the shortest book on your TBR. Okay. I would say it's A Love Most Fatal. Oh, they both have about the same size font. So I'm guessing A Love Most Fatal is shorter. They don't have enough space. Choose a romance to read. Oh, look at that. Fits perfectly. Okay. So this has been Building a TBR with Rin. We're going to try and get through all these in the next 3 weeks. That's like 2 days a book. That's actually probably plenty for me. But I think I have to get to the Benevolent Society of Ill-Mannered Ladies because I have a book club for that on July 16th. So, but I would like to get through 6 so I can get through that chunky hardcover. Let me show you what I have. Ignore the cat toy, but this is what it's looking like. There's Vesuvius, Don't Want You Like a Best Friend, Keepers of the Zodiac by Natalie Briand. That's an indie author. The Benevolent Society of Ill-Mannered Ladies, People We Meet on Vacation, His Face is the Sun, which has the same vibes as the Sunbearer Trials. Look at the color. The colors are the same. They both have the word sun in them. But Somewhere Beyond the Sea, Sunbearer Trials, Deeper Waters. They did it misaligned. So then you have A Love Most Fatal and a dash of salt and pepper. But if you look at the cards, they're orange, pink, blue, orange, pink, blue, orange, pink, blue, and there's no blue down there, but you get it. Let's talk about this a little bit. Okay. How am I feeling about this? I'm feeling like this is a lot of books to read. If the books average 300 pages, that's 3,000 pages I need to read in the next 21 days. Which is kind of a lot, I'm not going to lie. You can see the gears turning in my head, I'm sure. But I think I can do it. I'm going to take some actual pictures of this for an Instagram post. And then I think I'm just going to sit down and read for a little bit. Gotta get going. And I'm so excited to read Vesuvius by Caspian. They're literally so cool. I look up to them so much. Go help fund their top surgery. I'll put their Instagram in the description. And then we'll be good. Cool. Thanks for coming along. If you enjoyed this video, I'm CK Jensen. If you didn't, I don't know what to tell you. Don't let me know. But yeah, thanks for hanging out. I'll see you guys later.